Ready?
I'm like, I have a Zippo lighter.
They think it's some sort of metal square thing that they just kind of look at and toss back. It's obviously not worth that much.
I have a metal detector wand.
One of them goes, kazoom, kazoom. It fails to blow up anything, tosses it back in the bag. There, you notice that both of the guys, when they're going through the rest of your bag, have put on gloves.
I have a watch and a compass, a throat microphone.
Oh, with the compass, they look at it and it's just going. Vroom, vroom,
Oh, interesting.
spinning around.
Yeah, that's all I have.
I've got a pair of binoculars in my backpack too. I don't know if that'll.
They look through them and stuff. Yeah, no, they tell you that they're ugly looking binoculars. And
I just realized. Okay, so when I hand them my lightsaber, I want to make sure the safety switch is on.
There's no safety switch on a lightsaber.
Is there a safety switch on a lightsaber? Yes, there is.
Not on this one. It was made by who?
Oh, fuck that dog.
And who does he believe in safeties?
No, of course it doesn't.
There we go. So there's no having to look up Star Wars canon. All I have to say is who built it, and is he the kind of guy who would build a safety? Fuck no. They look at it. A guard asks through your translator, "What is this?"
It's part of the anal refresher. It's a cleaning tool.
He grabs the bag and looks at you in disgust. Give me a fast talk roll to really sell that.
Yeah.
I'm giving him a card either way, though.
Yeah, but
you are awesome. Yeah, the guard stopped searching your shit right there. It's like, he's cleared.
All right.
He's cleared. Put it up your butt to feel better? No. They just look at you like, you nasty. Your guide is like kind of trying to hide his face, like, I'm not really with him. I'm with these other guys. I'm not with it.
Does anyone want any?
No.
Does it? Oh, okay. Do you want an opponent fails?
Oh.
I tell you, that magic item is worth its weight in gold. No, leave your mic on, Ralph. We like hearing this. Ralph's lost it.
Let's see. I've got 2 rerolls. I'll give you one of the rerolls if the opponent fails.
Well, no, I need to discard something. So
it's been too long since you've gotten the game, Ralph.
Do you have anything crap that you don't want?
Yeah, the reroll's probably the crappiest card I got.
Really? A reroll's a crap card?
2 rerolls, limited retrieve, and an analyze device.
Oh, what about you, Ralph? Do you have anything?
You want to analyze that anal retriever or anal refresher?
I already know how that works.
Way up there. Way up there.
All pretty good cards, but I could get rid of a True North. I thought that might be important to find my way out of this city.
Actually, your compass isn't working. That True North card will give you north automatically.
Well, we have a map, so they probably don't really need it.
Here, I can get rid of an opponent's fails.
Well, I have that's what I want to trade you, because I have everything else. So if not, then I'll just discard my card.
Yeah, Ralph needs to drop one also.
Yeah, I'm working on that. I'm going to get rid of opponent's fails. They need all the help they can get.
Yeah, because I have a victory. I don't want to get rid of that.
Wow. Okay. So, right. guards are just looking at your party and talking quietly to each other as you guys go up in the elevator. And the wild thing is you see people hurrying around and you can't see the rope bridges from all of the things, especially if the other platform's a little lower. And so then they just go over the edge and assume the bridge is there. Everybody seems to be hurrying around. Everybody in this city seems to kind of be in a hurry. This is an expensive place to live, apparently, and commerce, time is money. So everybody's hurrying around. If you guys stop, you have to kind of move off to one side and stop, unless you're doing the "I am the biggest, baddest motherfucker here." You will just wait while I pause dramatically. Unless you're doing that, you probably get knocked over. But yeah, Puddlefoot immediately takes you to the first stop, which is cash for gold, cash for gold, cash for gold. There it is, gold for cash. There's a guy out front with a big arrow sign that says something in a different language, 3 different languages, and he's flipping it around and pointing at the store with it and stuff. Outside of the shop, 2 clockwork robots are kind of hanging out. The shop looks like if one person entered it, it would be crowded. It doesn't have a door, just a long hall.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's kind of a one at a time thing.
Well, have fun there, Aston.
Oh, it's like just a hallway that goes up to a counter type thing.
Yep.
All right. I'll step up, watching the clockwork robots to see what they do.
The ones on the outside of the store do nothing. There's one next to the counter. The counter itself has got a grill over it and stuff, and then it has the like a lazy Susan type thing with a tray on it. So when it's disengaged, then it can spin, and like your gold goes in and cash presumably comes out. And inside of it is a small, narrow, black-skinned lady, and she looks at you, mutters something in Huttese.
Do you speak English?
She shakes her head no.
You speak Fey?
She shakes her head no. She points at the lazy Susan thing.
I pull out one of the Gothic gold and show it to her. You try for the gold?
She points at her. She has like a testing kit to test purity and stuff like that. So
Okay,
she
I'll drop it in there.
Okay. And you hear, what currency are you wanting? I can yell it.
Blood notes.
All right. And she tests it and begins silent bargaining. Do you have signaling?
Let me double check.
Everyone
I don't
had
think
signaling,
so.
Logan.
What's that?
Everyone had signaling, Logan.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, at learn, but no, I don't have skill in it.
Okay.
Can I motion Puddlefoot over?
Yeah, Puddlefoot comes.
Help me translate here, mate.
He ends up pretty much like sitting on your shoulder because it's really narrow here. It's made like so only one person can get in. Give me a bargain roll to see what you can get for. Now this is just for. Well, she actually wants like she's okay with the purity of the coin. How many total coins do you want?
I'll drop 9 in there.
Okay.
And I'll
go calculator.
Ooh,
by
nice.
half.
By half?
Yep.
Fucking merchants. And right. She gives you 21 blood notes and 60 teeth. Whatever the fuck that means. Yeah, gold and silver and stuff's not worth that much around here, boy. You want to get some good goods, but this should get you started and at least get me my fees. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yee howdy.
All right.
Keep in mind, if you want to hire me for the whole week, it's only 14 of them there blood notes. I'll give you today and 7 more just like it.
All right. All right. So
don't make me ride on the shoulder of the perverted guy, please. Just take his money for him and bring it back.
all right.
Oh, you don't get to ride him, if you know what I mean.
All right. So looks like they converted about one of those Gothic gold to 2 of the blood notes. All right. We got a little bit of
anything they want to convert while we're here, or do you want to go around the city and see what's up? I'm assuming you're wanting to go look at things to buy.
I have nothing.
You suck.
All right.
Well,
Let's have a Captain Cook.
Good.
Let's have a look.
All right. I assume you're wanting to go see the magical gizmos. Now, keep in mind, it's not one shop he takes you to. This is going to be the entire day of shopping. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to read off different stuff and the approximate prices, although bargaining, because you're with Wrestling Rad, might get cheaper and stuff. All these
if we just want to like get the tour of what's here, because I don't think we actually have enough currency or anything on us to actually go shopping or anything.
You might actually, but the tour kind of happens with the shopping because, like I said, it's all over the town.
Okay.
But I know that the players will be interested in stuff.
Yeah, stuff.
Yeah. Hold on, where'd the prices go? Oh, there it is. Times 2 these prices. Let me see here. Magic items generally in blood notes. No, you're right. You have nowhere close to enough money for this stuff. The magic items in blood notes are anywhere from 400 blood notes up to 1,200 blood notes. No, sorry. Double that because Bleak Mirror. So 800 to 2,400 blood notes. But to give you an idea of the kind of shit that they've got, and then I'll give you a little description of town. They got Ring of Elements, gives you +5 to cast spell to a specific element. They have the Cock Ring of Infertility. They have a Slap Patch, which heals you instantly. Goggles that allow you to see in the dark.
Ooh.
Scry glass that allows you to view individual that you've got hair or fingernails or something like that from. Short wand of poison detection. Warding stones that you place around to see if anything bigger than a cat comes in. Goggles that trace where you've been so you can retrace your route. Linked books. You write something in one, it causes it to appear in another. Box of screams. Closing it doesn't stop the screaming. That's a gift for Dr. Fulton, obviously. Set of 5 linked dowsing rods that the dowsing rods pull in the direction of the other dowsing rods. They've got a hood of shadow that causes a dark shadow to be permanently over the face of the wearer.
Oh, that's awesome.
Anti-scrying medallions, rings, cock rings, etc. They have cars, motorcycles, and vans that do not fly, ones that do fly, a semi-truck that doesn't fly, a semi-truck that does fly, a hat of the umbrella, which is an umbrella hat. It creates a weak field around you.
Just out of curiosity, what do the cars run on?
Love, no. Magic.
Okay.
Magic that makes all this shit go.
We don't see, like, there's no of those Chris in them?
No, these are powered on different shit than the Chris, which is weird.
Okay.
They also have a body shield that makes it so that people have to slash you a bunch before they can start injuring you. Self-mending, self-cleaning clothing, unbreakable stuff. The cloak of drama, which looks like it'd be a gift for somebody you know, that always flaps in the wind as though in a strong breeze. They also have dramatic clothing that always flutters as though it's in a stiff breeze. They have pieces of clothing that can change color when activated. Jumpsuits that functions as cold weather gear. Rings and amulets and stuff like that you go bring, you're completely cleaned. Specialized crafting tools that make it so if you're only a hobbyist, it looks like somebody who can do it as a living made it. Everfull water bags, Everfull bag of pudding, Everlight stone, bags and backpacks of holding, dispensers that keep dispensing the same thing over and over and over. Ring of Zippo, no telling what that does. Stone of cooling, ever burning pipe, ever wet paint palette, and temporary tents that makes like a Harry Potter type tent. You know, the big luxurious thing that looks like shit on the outside. That's the kind of magic stuff that they sell here.
Cool.
Yeah,
and the most expensive is 2,400 blood notes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's freakishly expensive.
So pretty much everything, it's like enchanted stuff. There's not really people selling like materials and just kind of.
Oh no, you can buy apples and cloth and all that shit, but the magic is
that's the interesting stuff.
Okay.
As far as description of town goes, and right, let's see. The structures are fucking 20-meter diameter platforms. There's rope bridges connecting them. The rope bridges are usually barely 2 meters wide. So if you're passing, and some of them don't even have, well, actually none of them have handrails or ropes or anything like that. So you've been clenching your ass all day because one misstep or somebody going, ha, and you're done. Just, ah. There's also zip lines, which go from higher bridges to lower ones, or higher platforms, lower platforms. It's quite easy to tell who's a native of this place and who isn't, because the non-natives like you guys either stay closer to the centers of the platform when possible or are careful. There's 3 different styles of architecture. There's old-time stuff like where you came in with. There's also clockwork. Everybody seems to be speaking those 3 different languages mixed. Nobody speaks fucking heck. Let's see. There's some platforms even higher, like 30 meters off the fucking ground. There's lots of containers outside of homes that get left there. Yellow, brown, white, stuff like that. And you're told piss, shit, milk, etc. So, because sewage has to go somewhere, right? And yeah, if you've got any fear of heights, this place is a complete nightmare. You do get to see some of the silver stuff, and you notice like sometimes they just hang out, sometimes they're moving around, and like sometimes when they're moving with purpose, everybody just freezes and waits until it goes to wherever it is. They're kind of creepy. There's also various robots that the robots seem to be like in charge of guarding up here for some reason. You're not sure why, or maybe you are. I don't know.
I'll be back in a sec. Just 1 minute.
Yeah. You're told that the puddles of silver are called the silvers. People are apparently not super creative here.
So I'm going to ask our guide here.
Mhm.
What if I'm looking for a way to learn how to speak blood or Finnish?
I can teach you.
Oh, I think that'll take a long time. How about a book? Is there a book? You guys even have books?
Sure.
Or you can try to teach me, sure.
Yeah. Unfortunately, teaching in this game works for shit. But your best option for learning it is just keep trying to speak it until you get checked all the goddamn time. Just go up and talk to random people.
I'll just keep talking to my guide, one word at a time. Everything he says, that's for piss. I'll be like, what is that? 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 Yeah. I'll just keep repeating whatever he says.
Yeah.
What's the word for anal refresher?
Run.
Oh my God, that was awesome.
If it was me, I would have told him it was a breath mint. It freshens your breath. But
that's awesome.
Anybody around here smoking?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hold on a second. I gotta take care of something real quick. I'm gonna AFK. You guys can talk amongst yourselves. I got something to do for Matt real quick.
Okay.
Sorry.
So, Raslin, what is the purpose there? That Freddy guy seems a little bit weird here. Weirder than Lord Gassifeld.
Well, I don't know if he's there. Weirder than hitting one.
All right. So what is the mission? What is our purpose? What are we trying to do
here? Try not to get captured by the Mormons. And that's about it so far. I don't know what the purpose is.
I'm not missing it. It's just not here. Not evident.
No. I don't know. I've never been here before either. This is a big surprise. Have you been here before, Freddy?
For about a minute.
For about a minute.
Yeah, I tried to use one of my earpieces to see if I can translate what they were saying. It was a tech device, and they started spazzing out. We had to leave before the agents arrived. You do know about the agents, right, Raslin?
I've heard you people talk about it on the Duvalaki, but I've never actually seen one.
Well, if you do something in a zone that's kind of, how should I put it? If you use a lightsaber in a zone that's just magic and fantasy, medieval, the people's eyes are going to start flickering. They're going to stand still. And a few minutes later, agents dressed in black suits will come out trying to shoot you and kill you. And if you kill them, 2 more will come out, and they'll just keep replicating over and over and over until there's hundreds of them.
So you just run away.
So have you ever captured one of these agents and interrogated
I
them?
believe someone has in the past, but I wasn't around for that, so I don't know what they found out about that. But all I know is if you see one or more than one, run away.
So what is the purpose then? They just kill you if you do something out of turn, if you will?
Their purpose is to maintain the order of the zone. So if something happens which isn't supposed to happen in the zone, and someone sees you do it, the agents will be alerted and come and correct it. Basically, they're like the zone's security system. So the zone is only supposed to work a certain way, and if any of the, we call them background folk, all these other people, if anyone witnesses that, and their eyes will start to flicker and they'll spaz out, that means that the agents have been alerted. So that's yeah.
Sounds familiar.
Oh, I don't know how you just joined, but okay, sure, okay. You seem to know your way around really well, more than most other new people I've met.
This is all kind of like looking at a Picasso, you know? You see the colors, sometimes it's hard to make out the image.
Fair enough. But yeah, there's no real mission, so to speak. We're just trying to figure out why we're here. That's the overarching kind of, nobody really knows what's going on, but we have all this other shit and all the other zones going on, and
So,
we're trying to sort that out as well.
what's interesting about this is your agents sound like another organization. Have you ever heard of Stopwatch?
No.
Ralph, refill your hand.
All right,
What's that?
nothing. Never heard of it.
No?
Ralph, take a card.
All right. So I have to throw away cards before I refill my hand, or I take 4 and then pick.
No, if I say draw 4, then just draw 4. If I say refill your hand, then you gotta get rid of them first, etc.
All right, 1 more.
You didn't have to if you don't want to.
Right? You don't have to. You'd say, no, my card's fine, thank you, Logan. Oh, no, I forgot. TJ actually stabbed a keyboard to death before with a knife because he got frustrated with it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, him and computers just do not mix.
Mm.
Kind of like most people and anal refreshers.
Question here on a card.
Uh-huh.
It says basically, if played at the end of the mission, plus D4 sand for the entire party. Is that so? That would just straight sand points.
Yeah, but holding on to something like that for this long will be a mind-bogglingly hard challenge.
But yeah, if you have any other questions about
Yeah.
where we are.
So, yeah, no, just I don't want to talk about it too loud in public, if you know what I'm saying. Here.
Oh,
But
okay, yeah, sure, we can go somewhere else
just
after we're done with the tour.
exactly. All right, so I'm glad they finally got an upgrade.
See, Ralph, the weird thing about this kind of mission as opposed to mods and stuff is this is very much a, I think as Freddie was saying, it's what do you want to do? You could say, let's leave this area, or let's go to a whole different zone, or whatever. You can literally do whatever.
I'm enjoying it. I understand, and it's also giving me a time to sync up with the group, if you will, or sync up with Freddie, getting some information here.
Also, I won't forget. It will happen at some point. I will get you a bracelet so you have access to the boards.
Yeah.
So I will do that. Don't worry.
I'll make you a friendship bracelet also. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, Freddie is very, very fucking quickly become one of the core group guys. He's playing a lot, so and his character still gets slapped around a lot. I don't understand why.
I don't know, man. The dice hate me sometimes.
Yeah. And shows a brand new character like choking him out. Just let this happen.
So, Freddie, I've got a big question for you.
Yeah, what's up?
What year is it?
In which zone?
Good answer. Good answer.
Yeah.
Well, you said my universe, as I knew it, is no longer.
Well, what year
What
are you
is
from?
this?
What year are you from? Originally.
It was, how to put it, at the furthest possible time before time was no more.
Yes.
So I was so far forward that time travel was no longer possible.
So you're like really, really far into the future, is what you're saying.
Yes, you mean you can't time travel?
Here we can, kind of. Not really. But not where I'm from, no.
Hmm.
I'm from like 2020.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like, what was that? That was, you said 2020? 2020?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wasn't that like New Tokyo, Japan, all the Asians, what was that called? A lot of cyberware was just starting to be developed.
No, that was way before that.
You hear a scream, a woman screaming.
Oh,
It's close by. You guys have been poking around. You're just kind of wandering around with your guide and stuff. And he goes, "Oh, come on, let's come over and watch."
All right.
okay.
There's some woman. You're not sure what the story is and stuff. She's threatening some people with a knife. One of the guard robots comes over and grabs her, picks her up, takes her to the edge of the platform, throws her off. Ah. And then you see one of the silvers come over and it flows over the robot.
Oh.
The robot then goes and wheels itself back in, or stomps back into its like robot guard shack thing and closes the door.
So it's literally just a blob of silver goo.
Yep, it covered it like a condom would an anal refresher.
Where did it come from?
And you think it may have come from the bottom of one of the platforms nearby.
Oh.
And after a few minutes, long minutes, you see the silver slide out from under the door, go about its business. A few minutes after that, the door opens, the robot thing comes out again and goes about its business, which is guarding.
Huh.
Wow, that was something, huh? Yeah?
What just happened to
Y'all
the
like
robot?
that? Yeah.
Yeah. What happened to what did the silver do to the robot?
No.
Oh. I thought the silvers killed things,
Yeah.
but not robots.
I'm not sure how all that shit works. It's best not to ask too many questions about the silvers if you want to live here.
I see.
Or live here. Y'all get
Well,
it?
that's why there's only robots on guard duty up here. That way, if they have to use violence against a punter, you don't have to worry about a regular guard getting killed. And they get suffocated, but the robots won't.
See what happens when you get to learning instead of spending time in your daddy's wood cutting shed putting things in your butt?
So back to the guide here. So you don't know of a place that I could possibly get a book to help translate then, right?
He can help you get a book. Yeah. It's
Or by a dictionary or something.
Oh wait, I remember. What about those translators? Don't they have a magical translator?
Oh yeah, but yeah, y'all are poor. If the only money you got here is what he done got, you got nothing. You need a lot more money. I mean, you're gonna have to figure out something to sell because precious metals aren't that precious. You know what I mean, boy? But if you can find something good to sell, don't you even bring up that anal refresher, boy. You ain't right.
What? No, that's mine.
Shudders. He does a full body. He says, "Yeah, when you find stuff you can start selling, make some big money, then you'd be all right. But yeah, you can get you a magical translator. That's the way to go there. Costs a lot more than I do." He hooks his fingers into imaginary suspenders.
So are there translators like you all over the place, or just the city?
Not too many speak this language. I mean, not that many people speak Fey.
Okay. So,
Pretty pretty.
Yeah.
When you were here before for about a minute,
Buddy,
when you left, how did you leave?
Oh, we did the whole magic card business.
Ah,
But
right.
I realize it's going to be a bit impossible to do with Suede over here, so we're going to have to do the other way, which is walking. Or,
dun,
or if you get a car, you can do that. But
dun, dun, dun.
So
Card? What are you talking about?
when they, you know, you remember the old trump cards, AFA, Suede?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got those here too.
yeah, but you haven't walked the pattern yet, so
Several times.
but not in your body. I can tell. I can see you're not as real. So
You got a real fascination for bodies.
And butt. You like that butt. Big butt. Big butt. He begins strutting around saying, big butt. Big butt. You're getting your fucking 14 blood notes or whatever a day out of it. But you've only run them for the one day, so, you know.
So
Now, when he was showing us around, you said that they had semi trucks, ones that fly and ones that don't fly.
Yeah, but everything is like super freaky expensive because precious metals are not worth that much
what
here.
if we rented one?
They
But
don't
there's-
rent them.
They don't rent. Okay.
And when we came here on the caravan, though, were we actually on an actual
No.
paved road, or it was like a trail?
Trail.
So we haven't seen any sign of like actual roads or anything.
No, which is weird, but you know, you would think there'd be roads with wheeled vehicles, but you know, for some reason there aren't.
Hey, maybe we can invent a road. Get money back.
So, Puddlefoot, you ever see them trucks drive around much?
Oh, now. You know what they do is they don't drive much in the woods aside from like to come here and get sold and leave because there's no roads here, boy. You got to have roads to drive them trucks on the ground. They got roads in the 3 different kingdoms and stuff, but you got to remember these woods, the Silvers guard them, so they let the trucks come in, they let the trucks go out. But if they try doing that too much, if the trucks aren't brand spanking new, then people might start dying. That's what the Colburns done said. Mm-hmm. Yeah, these
What?
woods are special.
Wait, so the trucks can only pass if they're new?
Once. That's right. They come here to get sold, and then they go the fuck away. But
Well, okay.
you know, the trucks aren't really that common. I showed them to you because they were kind of special. Most of the time, the people who use them are pretty much a little bit in the West. The guys in the South, they mostly like to fly their birds around, but the people in the West, the clockwork guys, they got some trucking, but mainly railroad. They got big railroad. The people from the Kingdom Blood, they like to use the old-fashioned vehicles and stuff. You know, wagons and shit.
But people can walk through the forest.
Well, you got to remember the trucks and stuff, they only last a certain amount of time before the magic fails. And now, if you got a ground truck, that's not a big deal because you just start feeding in special coal. But special coal all comes from the clockwork people where they're doing their mining and stuff. And that's kind of expensive too. But, you know, it's a lot smaller than regular coal is what I was told. You know, you don't need much to make it go for a while, but it's expensive. So keeping that going costs a lot more than feeding a horse and paying some drivers and stuff. You still got to pay drivers the airway, I suppose. It's almost lunchtime. Look at that. My day's half done. I'm making money. I got to get paid.
All right, you too. Well, we've explored the trading city. Where's the next?
Food for 3 people for 1 day, couple meals, drinks, snacks, normal stuff. Just so you know, you guys haven't eaten or drunk anything other than what you had for free with the wagons, is 15 blood notes a day here. Or 5 blood.
15 blood notes.
This is the most expensive city in the Tri-Kingdoms.
Where's about this place?
It's the trading city. This is where all the good stuff comes. Mm-hmm.
Is there bacon?
Oh, yeah, we got all kinds of stuff.
Okay, well.
Yeah, they all have livestock in the forest, so all the meat and stuff is already processed and everything when it gets here. Yeah, this is where you can buy pretty much anything from any of the Tri-Kingdoms. This is where they sell stuff, but stay here is freaky expensive.
Now that 15, is that per person or is that for all of us?
That's for the PC party, all 3 of you. It's 5 blood notes per person. Otherwise, considering that it costs like 14 for the guide, he would be barely able to feed himself and then have to sleep on a platform somewhere. And they don't allow homeless people here. Pretty much, you guys realize that that means that once night comes, if you are around here, then you might be killed unless you have a place to stay. And you have no idea how much it costs.
I looked at the 2 of them and say, well, don't think we should
get a room. Let me know, but it's pretty expensive here, even for a simple.
I don't think we should stay here. Maybe. Do you want to visit the kingdoms, or do you want to hop back over to where we're from? Oh well, not where we're from, but the other.
Yeah, yeah, we're probably going to have to get out of here. And then, but now that we know what we're dealing with, we can come back with some trade goods another time.
Logan, I want to make a note. I want to find a place like down, not in the city, but down like in the forest or near the forest somewhere. Make some trumps for later.
Okay. So Freddie wants to go down into the forest and stuff now.
Well, not in the forest, but like around that area.
I'm assuming you don't want to quite be within sight of the city when you.
No.
Right, so into the forest, as I was saying, not deep, not lost in the forest, but over there type thing. Yeah. You guys want to spend an hour walking each way or both ways with them? You guys are getting pretty hungry though.
Well, it's we'll buy food.
Yeah, food, water.
We've seen what we need to see here, unless you've got anything else you want to see, and then we can head down.
No problem. You guys have gotten a good idea of the town. I mean, there's like some places you're not allowed to go. They got guards or like, no, nobody in here, that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's a thriving city in the trees, and anybody that's got fear of heights will absolutely not go here ever.
Cool.
It's the kind of place where you'd feel a lot more comfortable if you were wearing a parachute all the goddamn time. No, it's way too low to actually deploy. It would still make you feel better.
Okay. So yeah, we'll do the trumps, and I'll do that at the end of the session.
Great. Well, actually, you just hit if you're doing all of them, you just hit your.
No, I'm not going to do all 10. I'll do 5 and then.
Fancy shit. Okay, yeah. Fine. See if you actually churned it out or if you're never going to be able to get back here. That's fine. Yeah. I would probably just do all 10 because then you can pass them out.
Well, I have a 50-50 chance, so it's like pretty decent.
Yeah, I'd still pass them out. That way it'd save other people time and I'd be all generous and then they'd worship me like they God I am.
Yeah, well, I'll see at the end of the session how I feel.
Okay. I'm just saying that doing at the end of the session means you have no idea if they're actually working or not until then.
Oh.
See what I mean?
Well, why wouldn't that work?
Because if you fucked up all the rolls, sometimes bad shit
happens. I have faith in my ability. Yeah, it's fine.
Ooh, fancy. Okay, so you guys head out. You bid goodbye to your guide who gives you cards. He gives the first 2 of you cards and then he looks at Freddie and eventually gives him a card because customers are customers, regardless of what's in their butt. And basically, the card, he explained, give to the guard, they'll come get me so that I can translate for you.
Thanks, Cuddlefoot.
That's right. And he makes sure that you are escorted back out of the city, waves goodbye, and goes about his business. The
All right,
guards,
well,
the same two guards looking at Freddy as he goes by.
I'm gonna go dig up my stuff.
It's still there. You haven't left it that long.
Cool.
It shows somebody else burying shit in a different bush.
All right, now we have the tough 2-day walk ahead of us.
Gosh, you sure wish you had food and water.
Well, we bought some, but only for the day, really. Did you buy some? But
Nobody's bought any shit.
What, you didn't buy?
Well, I said that we would buy food for the day. You said 15, right?
Sorry, yeah, 15. Yeah, I didn't know you actually bought some. Okay, you got 1 day of food and a 2-day walk. That'll be fun. Burning all those calories and shit, doing the hard fucking manual labor, hiking shit. Yeah. You're going to be a happy bunny.
I mean, we might know. So, Logan, just to kind of clarify, is it a 2-day straight walk, no breaks at all? No sleeping, nothing?
Yeah, a couple days normal travel, which is pretty much, yeah, you're walking your ass off. You are hiking like a fucking fiend for 2 days, hiking your asses off, camping at midpoint between. You're not hiking through the night and shit like that. It's like hike for 8, 10, 12 hours, camp, do it again.
All right, well,
shit.
We're going to have to ration our food then between those 2 days.
Starvation rations and hard work. I'm digging it.
Rasslin, how is your shadow walking? Is it any good?
I've done it once.
All right, I'll take
with the submarine.
All right. Well, if the two of you are ready, let's get moving. We're along 2 days ahead of us.
Shall we use the road that we came in on?
We probably don't want to be seen doing this, but I don't know.
I don't know if we want to go wandering off into the woods either.
Definitely not, no. Yeah, I'd say just go on the road. Probably be fine.
Then you might be seen.
I mean,
Does it matter if we're seen?
I don't know. I've never been seen before. Well, not directly. I've been in a car and then been seen, but nobody said anything. Or nothing happened.
Hey, Raslin. What's this guy talking about? He's never been seen.
He's talking about while shadow walking. You know, like we used to do. What's that? You remember that?
So Freddy hasn't realized he's like apex predator of the universe yet, has he?
No.
Yeah.
But I just think Swade's a nice guy, can handle himself, and yeah. Enjoy it. All right. Yeah, I guess we'll go on the road.
I still don't know what he's talking about.
Oh, just FYI for Ralph, all the amber type of powers have changed.
Oh yeah, I know. I understand that. I accept that. But
yeah.
You know,
all right, Swade, so we're gonna be walking for the next 2 days, and at the end of those 2 days, if I don't put this up, we're gonna end up in a completely different zone. Just so you're aware of what's gonna happen. And so you might see some shadowy shit going on. Don't freak out. It's fine. Cool? Alright.
Sure.
What are you staring at, Ralph?
Oh, I got to do 2 screens. I'm sorry. So I've got the board up here on Roll20 on one board.
Don't
my character on the other.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I was going to say, don't read the in-game board yet.
I
Oh,
don't.
he has
I
no
don't.
access to it.
Perfect. All right. So, okay. Right. You guys begin hiking your ass off for 2 days. Let's see. I'll pick somebody at random. Wrestling, give me a luck roll here. As you guys are hiking along.
I have.
If you've got any kind of ranged weapons, there's like some rabbits and shit over there. That you might
Ooh,
be
I have a bow that shoots lightning.
Cook it all at the same time.
I have a bow that shoots lightning, he said. And you guys look at and yeah.
Do you want to have a bow? If not, I'll do it.
I do not have a bow.
All right, well, then let me try then. What's the worst that can happen? All right, come on, bow.
It's safer to stand behind him or in front of him.
Yep,
Give me a no problem. He goes down and he goes, and the rabbits are like, ah! They all run away and shit. And give me a 6th sense danger sense roll, Freddie.
Okay.
Oh, also, just a reminder to Logan, I have an armband on from XO23, assuming it's still on, that will let me know if humanoids approach within 30 meters, but it might not work in a magical world.
All right, I know what I did. I'll quickly put the bow away, stand still, whistle to myself, but I didn't do anything.
When you say away, are you familiar with how bows work?
I'll put it over my back, kind of hold on to it. But here's my backpack. I know it.
Do you need help with your prison wallet?
I'll hide it behind my back.
You were holding a bow behind your back. There's smoke coming out of the forest floor over there where you managed to miss every rabbit and you're like whistling and the other guys are just looking at you like you're insane.
All right, anyway, let's keep moving.
All right.
Raslin.
Yeah.
Left my crew for this crew, did ya?
Well, those other blokes were about to blow up the other universe. I'm glad to see you made it out too.
Most of me, yeah.
They were off playing with some Jewel of Judgment and Ghost Wheels and things like that. And
you have one of those too? Cool.
Yeah, my friend Rick got me out of there.
You made me a deal. You made me a promise.
All right, I know. I won't sleep with your daughter again.
2 days and no food, Raslin. Gonna get crabby.
I know that shipping container's somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and I don't know what you need I can get, huh? Let's see.
Here, let me check my prison wallet.
Freddie, do you know what a prison wallet is?
No.
Ooh.
Oh, wait. I think
Puddlefoot thinks you do.
Nice. So,
well, you see, Slade, if we were still in C-137, I would be able to hook you up, but we're not there at the moment.
Which direction were you going out, by the way?
The way we came in, I believe.
Excellent.
Which
You
was...
reached the same campsite east. You were going east. Same campsite that you stayed in before. And up ahead on the tree, you can see like little tattered red rags and stuff hanging off, and they kind of go both directions.
Don't go into the
camp, eat your fucking half ration. Yeah. Slice that fucking biscuit in half. This is my half. This is for later. Boy, this sucks, cock. You've been walking your asses off all day, and this is your meal. Yeah.
Bloody oath.
You guys, does anybody have any kind of forced survival skills to make your lives less horrible? Because before you were borrowing things to sleep in and stuff. Now you're pretty much squatting in the dirt. You've got fire and firewood, which is
I have
something.
a little bit of survival forest.
Yeah, everybody can try rolling their survival forest, and I'm sure at least one of you guys will go, "Hey, those red berries on the tree, that will really help." Leaves of 3, leave it be. Leaves of 4, eat some more. Mm. Hey, you're pretty sure Freddy, if left to his own devices in any forest, will soon die.
No, I'll probably burn it down.
Suede definitely is not loving it here.
Oh, not those berries, mate. You want this one here?
Wrestling gets you guys a little bit of berries, not a whole lot of food. And he's like, I'm going to make a kind of a shelter thing here. And it's good for about one night. It looks like it's the first time he's ever made it, but he's like,
Yeah, I forget if I succeed in something at learn, does that give me a check in learn?
Yes. Yes, it does. You get not only a check in forest survival, but a check in learn.
Sweet.
If you got nothing in forest survival, brand new skill. Yeah.
Oh, while we're... Can I cast spells while I'm doing this or not?
While you're squatting in the dirt,
Not while I'm shadow walking.
Build a shelter.
While I'm shadow walking.
You're kind of busy right now.
Okay. So no.
Yeah, I mean, you could, but you might have to start over, and you're not great at this. No. Okay, so after squatting in the dirt and listening to Freddy muttering and like screaming from, do you guys want to try to set up a watch during the evening, or just wait for the ambush to come?
Yeah, I suppose we could take turns, keeping an eye on the werewolves.
No problem. Everybody give me a willpower times 5. You're a little bit paranoid.
Do I get a check in that or no?
No, I called for a times 5, so no check.
Okay.
But if I go for a times 3 or less and you make it, then you get a check. No problem. Good news and bad news. The bad news is you guys all overslept. The good news is Suede got extra sleep.
What, we all overslept? Okay.
Well, yeah, because the guy on last watch failed to wake you. And guess who was last watch?
Okay.
He was like, I'm not worried. The bad thing for wrestling is while Freddy was sleeping, he kept going, no outdoors, and then he'd make motions with his legs like he's running from something from time to time, and they'd fall back asleep. He's like, trees everywhere, and they'd fall back asleep. You're thinking he may not be an outdoorsman.
I don't know what goes that way.
And the next day, you guys want to eat your remaining portion of food before you starve to death now, or do you want to try to save it until you are ready to drop dead or noon or something?
Well, I suppose we should try to make it last. We'll eat somewhere around the middle of the day or something.
Great. No problem. Jay, I know.
I'm going to eat now. Yes. I have complete faith in them that they will feed me by noon.
No problem.
One of 2 of them will be my food by noon.
One of them will be the food.
Y'all know who it's going to be. All right. So now, Freddy, before rolling, what is your destination?
Burlington.
It's always Burlington. I just thought I'd check. Okay. Right. You guys walk until noon, and then you get some food in you, and Suede's looking at Freddy, and he's checking out them thighs, and they're not as muscular as you'd like, not as suntan as you'd like, but by God, there's some good cuts of meat on them. Now, Freddy, this is your big roll, because if you make it, everything will be fine. You can take him to A&W or whatever, and he won't eat you. But if you fail, then you're going to be out in the middle of the forest that you are completely ill-equipped to survive, have no rations, no tent, no skills, and no hope.
Well, we also have wrestling. But if I fail, he could try it.
Oh, yeah, that's true. So, but if you fail, he's going to fail, and then you're going to be eaten by Sway.
Oh, well, yeah.
I just wanted to tell you what's going to happen before you roll.
All right, wrestling, do it.
All right, so now
I've got a couple of re-rolls I can trade you.
Well, do it first.
Why?
I have a reroll. I have a reroll as well, so let's see if you do it.